Good afternoon. My name is Dale Rodriguez, and this is Flabonga Monthrothacube. And with me today, I have Kathryn Frimond. Hey, Kathryn, how's it going?
Hello. I'm really glad that you said that as well, the name of the show, because I was wondering how to say it. So,
to be honest, I get it right 50% of the time. Would you want to try saying
was it right that time?
It was right that
I'm going
time.
to read it. Flabonga Monthrothacube.
Awesome. The reason why I asked you to say it is at some point I'm going to try and do like a collection reel of people trying to say it. So the more people trying to say it, the better. I'm not going to lie. Thank you for joining me. I know you're a busy person. You've got stuff to do. For people who don't know you, could you just give them a quick introduction to who you are, what you do, and more importantly, why do you do it?
Right. Okay. So I am Kathryn Frimond. I run a bookkeeping practice called Your Local Bookkeeper. I do that quite honestly because I left banking. I was made redundant from being a banker, and I needed something else to do. So I thought, well, numbers, bookkeeping, fine. So that's how it started. That's why I do that. But Your Local Bookkeeper focuses mainly on businesses that have a purpose. So either being environmental purpose, social purpose, sustainability. And I do that because I'm obsessed with reading things about the planet and doomsdaying, basically. And
doomsdaying.
then, so
okay,
doomsdaying.
When you say doomsdaying, how far are we talking? Because like there are some people who have insane conspiracy theories and go to live in the Nevada desert, and there are some people like
yeah,
how far on that spectrum are we?
Probably nearer the Nevada desert than the but I would never live in the Nevada desert because it's too hot.
Right.
Basically. But I think that we are, as a human race, on a trajectory to extinction. And I think there's a lot of scientific evidence to back that up, be it in 20 years or in 200 years. We're not on a good path. And I've said on things before, like the more you read about this and the more that you look into the science and you see that everything is interconnected, the more it can't be ignored. And that's sort of why I decided to focus on businesses that had the same focus as me and the same ethos. But then I've more recently realized that the people that can fix a lot of these issues are you and me, like accountants and bookkeepers that are
I'm not an accountant.
No, I know. But I knew you were going to say that. That went in my head.
Yeah, I say like every time. Like it's not something I do, and it's not because I'm trying to distance myself from it. I just don't want to insult people who actually do it. Like if someone asks me an accounting question, I'd be like, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's why I say
Go ask those boring people over there. But we're so good at numbers and reporting, and this is like and carbon calculation, things like that. And tech is part of this as well. So
you say that, you say good at numbers. I've got a few colleagues who are often using calculators, and I'm just like, that shouldn't be a calculator job. I have one
couldn't live without it.
What fiscal meant, and I was like, you're an accountant.
Yeah, are you kidding? So what does it mean?
Oh no,
sorry, I shouldn't.
Americans say a lot.
Finance.
That's fine. You can ask me. Like, it just means Americans use a lot like the fiscal year, like it's like the financial year, right?
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah. Quickly Google it.
That's sometimes you'll see me do that, like because I'm on my laptop, like you'll see me like typing, you'll see like the laptop like kind of shake as I type. So that's usually what happens.
My desk moves, so that's what's wobbling for me.
Going back a step.
Yeah, sorry.
Two things. First of all, you promised some viewers weirdness. I don't know how we're gonna even.
I feel like I've started that already by my Nirvana desert.
When I asked you about being in the desert.
Too hot. Too many scorpions.
Too hot. Too many scorpions. Not enough water.
Yeah. It's a lot of reasons not to go there.
Dream location. Dream location. If you could live anywhere, money's no object. Where you live in?
There is a place in Spain called Tarifa, which is on the Atlantic coast side of Spain. It's where I got engaged. It's where we go quite a lot as a family, and that's my dream location. It's not that exotic. It's just Spain. But yeah, that's probably my dream location. Although I It's raining now. It's absolutely hammering it down. But I quite like living in Farnham. I'm not an exotic traveller. That's not a very interesting response, is it? But
no, it's cool. It's cool. It's your response. You own it. I mean, I'm trying to think of asking you weird questions. Okay.
Okay.
Do you watch a lot of TV/Netflix or shows? Say a lot.
Yeah.
Any shows?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. This one's a bit dark. If there's one character you could get away with killing off a TV show, who would it be? Like one character you just loathe, detest.
Oh my goodness.
You could hide the body. Because I can answer mine if that helps.
Yeah, answer yours whilst I just think.
Okay, so I'm a bit of a Star Trek / sci-fi fan.
Yeah.
And I'm currently rewatching Star Trek Voyager. And I didn't realise this, but there's a character on there called Neelix. And if I could kill that dude, I would. Like, he's not a horrible character, by the way. He's not mean. He's just annoying. He's kind of like...
trying to think
in my mind, he's akin to the Jar Jar Binks of the Star Trek universe. He's not horrible. He's not mean. He's just annoying.
Just annoying.
And if I could throw him out of an airlock, I would.
Trying to think what we've been watching that's got annoying people in it. Oh, I'm going to have to come back to that one, I think. I've got to think about annoying people.
All right.
I could probably come up with some real life examples.
No, don't do that, because if those people die, you're suspect number one.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is live
true.
And recorded. Never confess.
Never confess to a murder on video.
No. So you worked for RBS and Nationwide. Which one was better to work for?
Which one's better to work for? Do you know what? The party line answer would probably be Nationwide, because they were all huggy-feely and like wanted you to be good. And if anyone from Nationwide is watching this, I do love you and you were great. But I much preferred working at RBS. It was just good people. I had a really good team there. It was more corporate, but it was work hard, play hard. And I think if none of my ex-bosses are listening, they'll agree with that too. It was very much out for lunch and then work. But we might work until 9 o'clock at night, but we'd have gone out for lunch for 3 hours, and been invited. Yeah, just a nice balance. And I was 22, 23. So
I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but did lunch also sometimes include drinks?
Always included drinks.
Nice.
And now I don't drink, so maybe that's why. But yeah, always included drinks. Always included someone else paying for the drinks as well. You know, it's akin to like a software supplier taking you out for lunch. But I don't think they really do that anymore. But we had a good time.
I mean, they do it to me sometimes, but I tell them not to do it because I'm not the decision maker. Like, don't buy me beers or drinks. I can't sign checks. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I definitely wasn't responsible for a credit card, but I used other people's.
Yeah, cool. Shall we do a serious question now? Serious.
The EBITDA question.
No. We'll skip that one for now. Accruals and cash basis. As a business owner, let's pretend I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
What's the difference, and why should I do either one?
Yeah, so the way I explain it to my clients is cash basis is that you account for your income when the money is received in your bank. And an accruals basis is that you account for the income when you raise the invoice. And I think I'm right in saying, because I don't do year-end accounts, but year-end accounts are done on an accruals basis. And it confuses all of my clients because they all like their stuff on a cash basis.
I'm going to say I kind of agree. I think that's generally it. If anyone's watching who wants to comment on this, that
that actually knows.
Clarify that. Okay. No, I think that's pretty much it. You're right.
But I spend a lot of time explaining that because clients can't or don't understand why they can have a high turnover, but actually there's no cash in the bank. And that's because often they haven't received the money that they've invoiced.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, the way I had accruals explained to me is traditional accounting fees, in so much as you might do some work for your 2023, 2024 accounts, but that gets done after the fact. So that money has to be accounted for, and it's after, but it's a charge that happens for that year. That's the best way I had it explained.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I try and avoid it. So
EBITDA.
most of my clients are on a like mix, depending on, and then they get it accruals obviously at the year end and compliant.
Yeah. EBITDA. What is it? Why is it?
Can I just say I would pronounce it EBITDA if we're just
EBITDA.
going EBITDA.
Did I say it wrong?
EBITDA. No, I don't think EBITDA. Earnings before interest, tax, EBIT. Oh, depreciation and amortization.
Amortization. I'm not gonna lie, it's the last one that always gets me. I'm like, what the hell is amortization? I'm not asking you, by the way. I'm just saying that's the one that always confuses me. I don't get it. But...
It's like loans. If you pay back a loan, that's the amortization of a loan. Yeah, like the capital bit as you pay it back. That's my banking there, right there. We used to love a bit of EBITDA.
Thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that. Okay, switching back to the weirdness. I always like to be nosy when I do these as well. So let's zoom in.
Do it.
Hold up, ready? What's going on in the background? You've got a bookshelf behind you. You've got a very long sausage dog type.
It's a sausage dog. It's knitted. Let me bring him down.
Yeah.
He has no name, but I knitted him, so I'm quite proud of him.
Oh wow! How long did it take?
Knowing me, probably about a year. It's quite old, and it's full of plastic bags. And it was a draft excluder, but then
sustainability.
Yeah, exactly. Full of plastic bags, and it was a draft excluder. But then a dog came, an actual dog, a real dog, get in there, came in and tried to eat it. So then he's gone up here.
That's cool. I feel like we should name him.
I think my son might have named him, but I can't remember what it was. So let's just rename him.
Okay.
Maybe people can give a suggestion.
I mean, no one's really typing. Usually I have more people typing. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe no one wanted to hear this.
It's possible. To be honest, I say usual. There's only like 4 people that view it, and one of them is my cat and one is my mum. So
I did that with an email program, and I was like, oh, someone signed up to my email, my lead magnet. And my mum, followed in quick succession by my husband.
Hey, at least they're showing you support and love.
Yeah.
I'll go one step more embarrassing. So sometimes when I go to the gym, I use my phone as my notepad, and I text myself my workout afterwards. I'll text my workout, and there'll be like a 2-minute delay. I'm like, oh, I got a text. I'm like, oh, it's just me.
We all do that though, or you get it on your phone. And you're like, oh, yeah. No, that's HMRC giving me a code.
It's just my text. Yeah, I get so excited. I'm like, no, it's me that sent the text to myself, like a dum.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. WiSBy, ethical business. What is
WiSBys. So the WiSBys were a Women in Sustainable Business. I don't know what the E bit is for, but Women in Sustainable Business Awards. And I won it. I can't remember the category though. Some ethical business, green ethical business.
Is there like an award on the shelf behind you somewhere? Or?
No, there isn't.
What? Sorry. I've just got distracted. Wait. To your right, there's like a book with like a tree on it. What is that? What's that? Just like behind you. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
What's that?
Save Your Acorns. Someone sent it to me. Isabel, now I can't remember. Isabel Clark, who is a financial advisor, sent it to me, and it is all about teaching children to save the pennies and cumulative interest building. Cool. But it's for kids, so it's actually quite good. Yeah, it's all about saving the pennies, and the pounds will save themselves, kind of vibe.
Oh, that's cool. That's good stuff.
Was that the tree one you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant. So that was me being nosy. Well, there's another tree one. What's the other tree one?
I haven't read this one yet. It's called Green Money by David McDonald. So changing your pension and your bank is one of the most important things you can do to help the planet. So making sure that you are not investing your money in fossil fuels.
Okay. How do I go
you just flick the screen?
I did. Just throw you off as well. I'll do it when you're talking. You make a serious point. What I might do as well, I might just do this. I might just disappear for a little bit. I might just be like, no.
Oh, no, you've gone small now. Yeah. So how can you do that is, you have disappeared. I'll just talk to myself.
I'm still here. Don't worry.
How you can do it is switching your bank. So any money the way banking works is any money that you have in a bank account, let's say we're super rich and we've got 50 grand in a bank account.
Nice.
That then gets reinvested by the bank into loans. Mm-hmm. If you invest in a bank that provides loans to fossil fuel companies or like Shell or, I don't know, children mining diamonds or something like that it's not good. So if you move your money away from that bank, they won't then be able to invest in these things. So the biggest one that always gets slammed is Barclays. They're like the number one investor in fossil fuels in the UK. And so don't bank with them, because then you can move your money, and pension as well. So all the money you put in your pension gets invested somewhere, and you're much better off investing it in renewables and green projects than you are in fossil fuels and gas and, I don't know, guns.
I mean, guns are cool though, right?
I'm sorry, yeah, in a cabinet.
All right. How do I, and you may not know the answer to this, but how do I, as the layman, make sure that I'm with a bank that's investing sustainably?
Do you know this?
Sure? Like you mentioned, the Barclays aren't so great, but like who?
Yeah.
Are you Googling it right
now? No, I'm not. I'm going to join the chat. Oh, I can't add it. Okay. I was going to add a link. I'm just Googling who's the best.
Okay, wait.
Can
you add a link?
No. Oh, I can add it to a private chat, and then maybe you can add it. There's a website called bank.green, and you can type in the bank that you bank with, and it gives you a green score, and also tells you if they've pledged to be fossil fuel free. For pensions, it's a bit harder. It's not quite as cut and dry, but there are people doing green pensions. And actually, this brings us back full round circle to the person that I would probably kill. So actually, she's right on there. So it's Make Money Matter, and that's run by started with Richard Curtis, who wrote 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Okay.
That guy, Love Actually. But just to bring it round to who I don't like, Olivia Colman has done an advert for them, and she's everywhere, isn't she?
Is she been in Peep Show? Is that the same person?
Yeah, that's her. She peaked at Peep Show.
She's pretty good in Peep Show.
Yeah, she peaked there, and now she's just in everything.
And so one of her characters you would kill?
I can't think of the exact character, but generally when she's in things, I'm not watching it.
Ouch.
I know. It's because I'm sure she's really, really nice. And also, she did say, and I'm not going to say the word because it's very rude, but a rude word beginning with C is her favourite word because it was written by Chaucer. And that's just...
It's my favourite word too, to be honest.
Yeah. And that's
I use
just,
it as a term of endearment. I don't. I'm sorry.
No.
She does. Use a term of endearment. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, she must do. Oh. She loves it. That's her favourite word.
Learn something new every day. I always thought she'd be like super nice and not use words like that.
She definitely does. I'm going to find this on the internet for you to show you her using it.
Please do.
I'm sure it was Olivia Colman. I've probably just said it's Olivia Colman and it wasn't, but I'm sure it was.
No.
Yeah.
It would be funny if it wasn't her, though, wouldn't it? And do you know the odds of her seeing this? Pretty slim.
0.
Pretty slim.
0.
Well, I say 0. There's like a 0.001% chance that she.
I'm gonna tag her somehow. I'm going to tag Make Money Matters, and somehow it will get back to her. We've lost it. We've lost the thread.
I'm going to bring it back on point.
Yeah.
Sustainability in accounting and bookkeeping. Vague question. Why?
Why? Okay, so number one, we all live on the planet. This is where I go into a rant. We all live here.
Please do.
Like, if you are alive on the Earth and not living on the moon, you need to care about what we are doing to the planet.
Question: what if you're alive but emotionally dead inside?
I think you still need to care. Got to care for the children.
Yeah, but it's their problem, not ours, right? We can just pillage the earth and they can deal with it later.
Look, it's been a little heart attack.
And I say that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a father as well. That's my daughter's problem. You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Exactly. It's her problem. Yeah. Actually, it's not. I'm going to go. It's not, because we're seeing it right now, and no, Olivia Coleman keeps looking at me, so I'm just going to take off the screen. So, yeah, I'm on an Olivia Coleman. Yeah, it's not your daughter's problem, because you're actually living in it right now as well. Like the weather, the things that we're having at the moment, there are places on the earth that are going to become uninhabitable in our lifetime. And it's because of our overconsumption, I think, is the main driver here. And that might be overconsumption of like plastic tat that you pick up at accounting events, or it might be because you want to drive a fancy sports car, and that obviously admits
sports car.
Yeah, so we actually went to, I'm going to name drop here, big style. We just went to McLaren yesterday to look around their tech center. So we didn't turn any cars on though. So I think we were fine. What was the question? Why accountants and bookkeepers?
I said accountants, I said accountants, bookkeepers, and I said sustainability. Why? So what specifically? Why is that your particular calling within bookkeeping or accountancy? Because it's I would say it started off as a niche, but it's becoming more prevalent.
It's definitely becoming more prevalent.
What's all the fuss about? There we go.
What's all the fuss about?
What's all the fuss about?
So for accountants and bookkeepers, you will be able to make money from being more sustainable. We are really well placed to look at numbers and notice like trends and things like that. And we have all the information in Xero or QuickBooks or other services that are available to create a carbon footprint for our clients.
This isn't the BBC. You can say whichever one you like the most.
Okay, well, I only work with Xero, so
sorry, QuickBooks.
Yeah, soz. So it obviously falls on a different podcast, I would say QuickBooks, depending on, who I was talking to. But yeah, Xero, you can take the data from Xero, create a basic carbon footprint off the back of it, and a reduction plan. And there is software for you to do that then you can provide that to your client and charge them for that information. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Living proof, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is like an industry secret, but which software are you using?
So my carbon footprint was done through a company called Net Zero Now. And they actually don't integrate with Xero, but you key in all your information, and it's all based on what you're spending your money on. So if you're spending £100 on electricity, it equates to a certain amount of carbon. So I use them, but there's also Neo Eco have just launched a new platform. They came to speak to me last week on my program, and they integrate with Xero, QuickBooks, Sage. Sage have their own version, which is called Sage Earth, which I've not really looked at, to be honest. There's quite a few out there, and it depends on the complexity of it. So for my clients, so all micro entities, the spend based and saying, right, I've spent £100 on this, it creates this much carbon is enough. But for bigger, more complex companies, you want to be looking at, are people working from home? Are they driving electric vehicles? How are those vehicles being charged? Is it with renewable energy or gas and coal? And it's about looking at the supply chain as well. So again, whilst we can make money from the actual producing of this report, we actually will lose clients if we can't demonstrate that we're doing this ourselves and working on our own sustainability and ESG, which is environmental sustainability and governance. Because a lot of clients come to me because I have the same ethos as them. So you might have heard of B Corps. which are, I'm trying to think of an example. Gusto is a B Corp, for example.
Do you know
B
who else
Corps.
is a B Corp?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, because I'm reader a B Corp. So you'll find, well, you won't find this, but the accountants will find that people seek out Queston Reeves because they are a B Corp.
No, we found it
and
with,
B Corps
with
only want to work, with B Corps.
So more people want to work with us, like younger people.
Yeah, absolutely. Employment is, that's a really good one. And if you are not showing that you're doing something to help the environment, your businesses, they're going to go elsewhere. Suppliers are going to go elsewhere. I always use Tesco as an example. So if Tesco have to report, they're regulated to report on their scopes 1 and 2, which is like electricity and things. And then they will start going down their supply chain and they will go, right, who provides us with our milk? Let's go and talk to them about what they're doing. And you might be the accountant for the person that supplies the milk. And then the person that supplies the milk is going to ask you what you're doing. And if it means that they're going to lose a contract with Tesco, you can bet that they will get rid of their accountant quicker than they'll get rid of a big contract like Tesco.
True that. Okay, so can we go back to the smaller businesses?
Yeah.
So as a micro entity business owner, you've given some of the benefits, but how can I account for this kind of stuff? Is it literally just plug it into something like Ecology Zero or some of the things you mentioned?
Yeah, Ecology Zero is another good platform. So you just plug it in. You go onto the website, plug it in. Ecology Zero is actually a really good example because they have a free band that you can plug it in, get your initial carbon footprint. It is a bit of work, so you have to allocate things, but they do try and allocate it in line with your chart of accounts. So if you've got travel, it'll go travel, so there's a bit of work there, but then it will spit out a carbon footprint. And then you can publicize what you're doing and start making a reduction plan.
Can I ask you the ignorant business owner's question?
Yeah.
Because this happens to me often, especially when talking about software systems and automation. If I can plug and play the software, what do I need a bookkeeper or an accountant for?
It takes a long time.
Done it just?
Yeah. So if everyone can use Xero or QuickBooks as they tell us, but I can tell you now that most of my clients can't use Xero or QuickBooks, even though they think they can, or they don't have the time. So it's that time saving. It's making sure things are in line with regulations. There's plenty of regulations coming down the line that are going to start affecting small businesses. And particularly then when they're affecting the larger businesses, it's all going to start trickling down. There are also some reporting standards due to come in. The EU have signed them off. We're England and what are we? United Kingdom.
Yeah. I lose track. Great Britain, UK
are quite significantly behind. But the EU have signed off the new reporting standards. Australia's signed off the new reporting standards. And they are IFRS S1 and IFRS S2 for anyone that wants to look them up. And that will be that we do normal accounts, but we have sustainability targets and things, non-financial reporting within that.
Okay.
It's coming.
Where can I learn to do like bookkeeping based on sustainability or accounting? You know what I mean? Where can I learn about this stuff?
So I'm going to plug myself. I have a program that called the Sustainable Accountancy Professionals Program, or SAP for short, where it's really really punchy name, that will take you through learning about net zero, why it's important. It takes you through measuring your own footprint, so we can do that together with the different tools that are available. Reduction, we have a massive reduction spreadsheet of all the different things that we can do to reduce our carbon footprint. Reporting it and communicating, making sure we're not greenwashing and telling fibs.
Sorry, what's greenwashing?
Greenwashing is where you overplay your sustainability credentials. So things like you might have a shampoo bottle that is tested on, the shampoo is tested on animals, and the But the bottle is like green, lovely shampoo bottle, green. And it says, this bottle is recyclable. And then in really big letters, and then in the little tiny, tiny letters, it will say, only the cap, or only, it's only recyclable if you live in, I don't know, Timbuktu.
You know what? I have to admit, that used to annoy me, because I know like a lot of major drinks providers, like the bottle would be recyclable, but the lid wouldn't, or the lid would only be recyclable if you had like a certain type of plant in your area. I was like, I'm not driving to do that. That's ridiculous. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
It defeats the
purpose.
Most
things are, or Coca-Cola at the moment. Not that I have a lot of Coca-Cola, but they have those stupid caps that attach to the bottle.
I'm now recyclable too. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were always recyclable because, and also, and Coca-Cola are the number one polluter in the world.
Are they?
But don't worry, they're recycling their, like, plastic polluter. Sorry,
they
produce plastic bottles. Sorry,
they do.
But they must be up there on just the general pollution as well.
Okay. I just had like a really dumb question come into my head. What is the dumbest thing you've heard someone say about sustainability? I
can't do anything. I'm just one person. I can't do anything. You absolutely bloody can.
I like your passion, by the way.
Yeah,
you're not pulling any punches. I like it. No. Yeah. There's no BS going on right now. I like it. This is awesome.
No. Yeah, so they say, I can't do anything. I'm just one person. But you absolutely can. You can have one less meat meal a week, or you can not print something, or like even small changes make a huge difference. I've got a Facebook group with various bookkeepers and accountants in that are trying to make small changes. And the biggest topic of conversation in that group isn't like pensions or money or anything like that. It is deodorant. And all they want to talk about, and some of them will be listening to this, then they know it, deodorant. And you can change from having a deodorant in a plastic bottle to having one in a refillable
I have refillable
dispenser. Deodorant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, that's a small change, so you absolutely can do it. Do something. Or read a book. Or,
Can I ask you another dumb question? It just popped into my head because you said meat. I've asked this one before. If you've seen the show before, I'll ask it to you now. If you could eat, do you eat meat?
I do eat meat. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Controversial.
Not really.
I do.
If you could eat one meat for the rest of your life, forsaking all other meats, what meat would you choose?
Cow.
It's got to be, any part of cow. I like a spag bowl. Who doesn't like spaghetti bolognese? No one.
Crazy.
So
spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be the one meal that I would eat.
Well, one animal that you'd eat.
Every day of the week. One animal, yeah. But unfortunately for me, they're the worst animal to eat for the planet.
I have heard this. Apparently, like the cost, the amount of water it takes and the land they take is
water, land. It's all to do with feed. So land, like that they grow the crops on to feed then these malnourished cows that then become a McDonald's burger. Yeah, those delicious ones. They're the worst ones. The delicious
they're bad.
Ones.
They're bad for you. I'm well aware they're bad for you. I think I interrupted you. Did you actually get to plug yourself earlier? I asked you where can I learn about this stuff. Did you
yeah. So I have a program. Let me start that again. I have a program takes you through 5 steps: learn, measure, reduce. Then we did communication. Then we went off on one about greenwashing, and then influence. So then how we can put that into practice with our clients as well. I can drop the link as
Please
well. But as part of that, we also have accountability calls every week. So we either sit and go through the program or our own carbon footprinting together. Today it's at 1:00. So today I prepared something of my McLaren trip yesterday because obviously I have to tell everyone that I went there.
They're kind of a big deal. They're a huge company. So
yeah,
makes sense.
And they make carbon for a living, basically. They pollute the world for a living, don't they, in racing? But
So I was going to talk about that, or we have a Q&A. We've had guest speakers in. It's just a really good bunch of people just trying to do a little bit better.
Cool. So people can learn from you, then go to the sustainablebookkeeper.newzenler.
Newzenler is like the platform, Newzenler.
Thank you. Newzenler.com, and you have a course that people can learn about or use.
Yeah, or use or a program, or they can just follow me on LinkedIn, and that's all I talk about. So you'll learn something, hopefully, and not just get annoyed with me banging on about it.
You also mentioned that you're speaking at Accountex.
Oh, yeah, I did. That's now public.
Yeah, I know.
Due to this.
Yeah. I know what topic you're going to be speaking on. What was the title of your
talk? I don't know what the exact title is, but we were talking about how small accountancy practices and small businesses can make a difference. So all those little things that we just mentioned, how they can make a difference when you're not a big corporation. And I'm talking with, who am I talking with? Penny Allard and Hayley Baxter, so Penny is the wild accountant and is swimming all the time. And Hayley lives off grid. So we're all right.
Like legit off grid.
She lives off grid,
As a bookkeeper or accountant?
Yeah, I think she's an accountant. And
how does that work?
I think she has, she does have generators.
So you need
she has generators. I think by off grid, she means that she lives without mains like electricity.
I say because when I think off grid, I think of people with tinfoil hats who don't communicate with anybody.
Yeah,
like
Ben Fogel sort of vibe. Ben Fogel.
Would you ever live off grid?
No,
I know of him, but I
You don't know him personally, obviously. Yeah.
He's kind of like Bear Grylls, but less extreme, right?
Yeah, and he has a program where he goes out to people that live in weird environments with tin hats on, but they're always really happy people, even though a lot of time they live on their own. And I'm not very good at growing vegetables, so I don't think I could do that.
I can grow vegetables, I just don't want to. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, it is a lot of effort.
People think it's easy. It's not. It's actually a lot of effort.
Not.
Like
growing a carrot is so difficult.
I say that onions are really easy. You can just chop the top off and then just away they go. They just make another onion.
Potatoes are easy.
Yeah. Well,
carrots
you get some kind of
hard.
blight. Tomatoes are pretty easy.
Talk to me about blight. No, I can't do tomatoes. I've tried everything.
You can't grow tomatoes?
No, they just don't want the sun and the soil I'm providing.
That's bad times. Why can't we talk about blight?
Yeah. Because it's not very nice.
Oh, okay.
It's just,
I was
I'm quite as a gardener, it probably won't surprise you, I'm quite free-spirited. So there's a lot of weeds. I
didn't want to stereotype you in any way, shape or form. I just,
I'm a hippie.
Are you?
Oh, no. It's a wild garden. It's overgrown.
You've got wildflowers for the bees, though, because bees are important for sustainability as well, right?
Yeah, 100%. All pollinators are important, not just bees.
Even though they're wasps. Wasps pollinate.
Yeah, they have some sort of role. Yeah. Ants are annoying, but they've got a role. So, it's quite a wild garden when it gets going. But
have you ever eaten bugs?
No, but I'd be totally open to it. Oh, I mean, I've probably eaten a bug by mistake, like a fly.
No, I mean like prepared for you.
But no, like a locust or something, or a witchetty grub off whatever. Yeah. I'm a celebrity. No, I haven't. But I think I'd be open to eating it. And if it tastes the same, people eat tofu, so they can eat bugs.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of tofu.
So they can eat bugs, can't they? It's just, and that's a lot more sustainable in terms of like the amount of space it takes to grow bugs.
I have been tempted to switch to bug protein powder because, like, if it's in powder form, it's okay. It doesn't feel as weird.
Yeah, so it's fine. And a lot of dog food is changing to like bug based. I think I heard. I don't know where I heard that, but yeah, I've heard that.
It's cool.
Definitely.
It's the internet. Spread the rumor. It's fine.
Yeah. It's
I heard it too. heard it from a really reliable source.
Haven't we?
Yeah. You say we've all heard it, all 5 viewers. So let's
all 5 people have heard it now. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be using this on repeat as my bug chat. Love bugs.
Oh, feel free. We can. I can send you the clip this afterwards.
I know who I would kill.
Questions?
Sorry, I know.
You've already said.
No. I got a proper character.
A character. Who'd you kill?
Yeah, I've just been prompted by Daryl Dixon that lives. He's a bit sun bleached. This is Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead.
I have never seen that show. I'm not going to lie. Thank you for explaining.
What? So you're not going to know who I would kill?
You just told me Daryl Dixon.
No. I wouldn't kill Daryl Dixon. Okay. No way. He's still in the box. He's special. Oh. Rick Grimes. Who's the main character? What a whingy man. He'd be straight out. Yeah.
Is he good looking though?
He is.
Because I feel sometimes we put up with.
He's not in The Walking Dead. Yeah, and this is it. He's been put up with. He is in Love Actually the man that holds the sign up. I can't think what his name is. Andrew Lincoln. In Love Actually, he goes to Keira Knightley's house. Yeah,
the inappropriate friends. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. He's that guy. Really nice. I'm sure he's really nice in real life. But as Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead, straight dead.
Okay.
I had to feed him to the zombies.
The reason why I've never watched it is I have a not real fear, a fear of zombies. I know. It's dumb. I'm a grown man. I know they're not real. And here's the thing, right? I can watch vampires. I can watch werewolves. I can watch ghosts. I can watch.
But not zombies.
I can watch demons, just not zombies. And the reason why I can't watch zombies is in my mind, especially the 28 Days I Am Legend kind of zombies, that could almost happen. Like the rabies virus, like old school zombies, Dawn of the Dead, no problem. They just trundle along. But these new school zombies, I'm just like
that run in that film.
They run
with Brad Pitt in, and they run. Yeah, I love a zombie.
I'm just like ambling zombies. Yeah, no biggie.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just push them over.
Yeah, and try not to get bitten. But
they're kind of in between. They don't run in The Walking Dead, and actually, the more you get into it, the less zombies there are. It's all about the people that you've got to watch out for.
Yeah, but there's still some zombies, and that constant threat of lack of safety that always gets me.
Zombies, they could get you anytime.
No escape.
I'd happily just be eaten. Yeah, go on.
Happy be eaten. I think. You promised it would be weird, and I was like, let's lean into it. Let's lean into the weirdness, which I appreciate, by the way.
It's all right. So
bringing it back to business.
Yeah.
Journals. What is a journal? And why do bookkeepers and accountants love them so freaking much?
A journal is just an adjustment on your accounts. And we love them so much because they help us change things from cash basis to accruals basis. And they fix our mistakes that we might have made throughout the year or other people's mistakes. Yeah, we love them.
In the unlikely event you're only watching this now, some 45 minutes in, we cover what cash basis and accruals are at the beginning. So this is a good callback.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad we covered that in order. Thank you for humouring, by the way, because I'm aware I've asked you some semi-serious questions, some stupid questions. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't think I do. Well, yeah. No? At Queston Reeves, how are you seeing as an employee? Oh, this might be a bit like, don't say anything that's going to get you sacked, but how are you seeing as an employee the B Corp and the sustainability run through the company?
I can give a prime example, and it actually annoyed me, but I had to do it, right? A couple of months ago, last year, we had a departmental meeting. So our accounts and outsourcing department is about 150, 160 people. We all met in one location, and the sustainability of that was considered. Also, and this is the part I had to be responsible for, we had printed T-shirts, so Queston Reeves printed T-shirts with our preferred app providers on there. And normally, we would just find a local supplier and go, hey, we need some T-shirts. Because of our ESG and B Corp status, we actually had to find a supplier that had a statement that says they source everything sustainably and ethically. And the issue with that is, larger organizations, kind of like Queston Reeves, tend to have a legal team or have that in place already. Well, they'll have a statement. because we wanted to support local businesses who tend to be smaller, micro businesses, they don't usually have that stuff. So our usual supplier, who was really, really nice, actually went out and got a statement to say, look, everything's ethically sourced, everything's sustainable. But I'm not going to lie, it was a pain in my ass because it just put a roadblock on a delay of an order. But it's something that has literally been in place because we've become a B Corp company. Like, we now have to do it, and we do it. So it's made a difference in the day-to-day. So I complained because it's annoying, but I know it's the right thing to do.
And do you know what type of T-shirts you went with? Because I spent a long time trying to find this T-shirt I'm wearing.
As in the materials, or
were they research? I feel like I now need to look at a label within my own. Oh, I don't have a label.
They were like fully recycled, or they were recycled, or they could be recycled. Basically, they hit every box that we need to do to make sure that they were sustainable and reusable, and the materials were all good, and no child labour, and all that kind of stuff, which should go without saying, but
it doesn't. Yeah.
So
that's a great example, isn't it?
For me.
Yeah, and a great example of how businesses can do. I mean, I know it was a pain, but
it was.
I could probably point you in. If you only want 5 T-shirts, I could probably point you in a direction of someone that's more sustainable.
No, we wanted 150.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's a type.
Yeah.
There's a type of T-shirt. What more can you want?
Hemp. I assume hemp. Everyone loves hemp.
Yeah, everyone loves hemp. Nice and itchy.
Well, I don't know if it's true or not. I heard a rumor that hemp is actually a superior material than cotton, but because the cotton industry is so big back in the day, they gaslit the whole hemp industry, and actually we should be using hemp more often.
Yeah, and cotton is a cotton bag that you get at poor Accountex. I'm going to pick another one. The Digital Accountancy Show.
An anonymous trade show.
An anonymous trade show. When you get your bag, your reusable bag. I'm trying caveating them all. An anonymous software provider. An anonymous trade show.
Are you about to poo-poo these bags? Are you about to say they're actually not sustainable? Is that what you're going to tell me?
It takes more carbon. They have a higher carbon footprint than a plastic bag, to produce. But a plastic bag is like single use, and a cotton bag can be reused again and again and again and again, but you don't need 20 of them. Or maybe you do.
The following question.
Unlikely.
The following question you may not know the answer to, but it's one of those internet rumors that I've heard many, many times, and I'd love to know if you do have more information on this. There are some people out there who really don't like electric cars, right? Now, I personally have no beef with electric cars. I like my car, but electric cars, I get it. They're kind of the future. The one thing I've heard, the urban legend, the myth, the internet rumor is that electric cars are actually really, really bad for the environment because the carbon footprint is worse than a regular car because they've got to mine cobalt and lithium and all that kind of stuff.
I wish my husband was here.
Like one of those. Is he around?
So
do you want to hail him or summon him?
No, he's gone out.
He's busy working.
He's busy having a job. So I don't know the exact facts, but there is. Okay, this is going to be up your street, I think. Red Dwarf, Crichton in Red Dwarf.
You're 100% right. Super geek. Thank you. Yeah, love it.
Identified.
No sarcasm.
He
you tagged me. You got me.
I don't know what his name is. Robert Llewellyn is his name in real life, not Crichton. And he is obsessed with electric vehicles, and he runs something called Fully Charged, which is all about electric vehicles. And they have on YouTube, they have great myth-busting stuff. We drive 2 electric cars with fully electric household. I would never look back, purely because I never want to go back to a petrol station ever again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the rumours that I've heard may not be true.
I think the actual production might be true. So the day one production cost, but the lifespan, because you're not using fuel, the lifespan reduces the carbon footprint. And the cobalt mining thing, I mean, there's definitely children out there digging and doing things, but there's also lithium in my iPhone, and there's in batteries that you use all the time. It's not just electric cars. but it's been pinned on electric cars, is what I would say.
Okay.
That would be my viewpoint. But Lawrence, not Lawrence, what's his name? Robert Llewellyn is his Fully Charged show is the place to go for the myth busting. Or my husband, but he's not here.
He's not here. So what's your husband's name, by the way?
He's Max.
Max.
And he's normally here, but he's just gone out.
What does he do for a living?
He is in IT something.
Boo, hiss, IT's
yeah, IT. He does like IT support for small businesses.
That's cool.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm going to start wrapping this up. You have been
awesome do because I've actually got a meeting at 1, so
you got work to do. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
One truth bomb, one nugget that you want to go out on. What would it be? Please share it now.
Oh my goodness, you didn't prepare me for that.
No, I didn't.
Move your bank. Go and look and see what your bank is on bank.green and move it.